Hi, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I am Victoria-Monique and I am here to assist you, guide you back into complete full love and trust within yourself that you are the operant power in your version of reality. And so you're in good hands and you came to the right place if that is what you're looking for. I also coach people, and I will talk about that a bit later in this video. And the crow agrees. So today I want to speak about subconscious and how some people insist on that the subconscious produces things that you don't want when you start to change it. And I'm here to tell you there's a different perspective. Because there's no right or wrong. It's an inclusive universe, so everything is true. It cannot be that something is not true, because if it's a thought, if it's in a reality, in our reality, then it's a truth. Doesn't mean you have to buy into it, but it is an all-exclusive, and it is an all-exclusive universe. So you don't have to push against it, because what you push against, that just persists. The other perspective is this. Yes, when you start to affirm new things to yourself, you will have old thoughts and beliefs come up that are the opposite of what you are affirming. Why is that? First of all, it is to be seen and to be released. It is not to fight against, or it is not the subconscious working against you. It wouldn't make any sense in that sense, because the subconscious is a part of you. And why would you be against you? You are not against you. You are for you, wholly and completely. It is just a different perspective. If you want to believe that the subconscious is working against you, then guess what? It's working against you, because that's how simple it is as well. Whatever you believe to be true is true. If you say, the subconscious is trying to keep me down, what does God, the universe, all that is, say? Yeah, sure. But if you say, it is working for me and this is coming up to be released, that's the only reason, that is true as well. And you know, another tip is with these things, sense into you. This is so simple. You're just going to be like, no, it cannot be that simple. This tip changed everything for me. Does the thought feel good? Literally, does it feel good to think that? No, it doesn't. And you know what that means? If it doesn't feel good, it isn't true. It is that simple. It is that simple. So now you can still have a lot of, this might not be possible for you, so don't take on anything that doesn't resonate, yeah? So just allow yourself to only take in information from this video and any information that is beneficial to you. That is simply a command you can give your being, your subconscious and your conscious, yeah? So what I'm about to say now, it doesn't have to be true for you. It can be true for you. So what might happen, and I know that this happened for me, and that's why I'm sharing this with you, in able to serve you, and that this information might serve you in a way. And I'll get to the point in a minute, because this is a whole long introduction, isn't it? So what might be true for you, what was true for me, is that my physical body responds and reacts to new words that it isn't used to, that it hasn't been used to. And what I can literally feel viscerally, or actually it's not so much anymore, but it used to be, that I would feel a kind of panic coming up. And so I spoke about this before, and that is the nervous system kind of freaking out like, oh, what's going on? I'm not familiar with this. This is scary. Help. So what will the nervous system in my body do? They will shut it down. They will start to vibrate at a lower level, which produces the old results. That is actually something that I do not wish to be a part of anymore. So that might be true for you as well, that when you start to affirm, let's for instance say, let's do love. You have been wanting to be with either a specific person, or you're in a relationship and you're afraid that that person is going to leave you. So you understand that everything comes from you, and you start to work with new ideas. You start to work with new affirmations, and you know that if you start to affirm different things, and when you start to script different things, and when you start to feel different things, that you will change your vibration and thus your life experience. When you are beginning, you might notice that your body is like super uncomfortable. And so, what will it do? It will shut down whatever you're affirming, and it will revert back, and perhaps causing the breakup, which I actually experienced years ago. And that's how I got onto this whole path. Or you might push that person away that you're looking to have in your life experience, or it can play out in many different ways. Or you get into a fight, and actually you don't want fights anymore, but again, here you are in a fight. And so, what is necessary is, first of all, understand that it works this way and nothing has gone wrong, and treat your subconscious like a puppy that needs potty training. Treat your body, because your body, maybe you've heard this before, I think Dr. Joe Dispenza says it, and I've heard it more often. Your body is the subconscious mind, literally. Your body is a mind. It is a mind, and it vibrates at a certain frequency, and it has intelligence, and it tells you when you know how to listen. My goodness, I'm so in tune with information, like, yeah. So when you can really tune in and feel into your body, it will tell you what's going on. So the body is a subconscious mind, and when it starts to panic, it means I'm not familiar with this. That's all. Nothing has gone wrong. Nothing can go wrong, because we're here playing a game of life, you know? So it's not that serious. That's also something to remember. Maybe even put it on cards in your house and wherever you see it often. This is not that serious what we're doing here. It's all a game, and you can have it all. All you need to do is allow it. So, in any case, treat your body, treat the panic, treat your subconscious mind as if you're training a puppy. You're training a puppy, and you're not going to bash the puppy, will you? And if you will, then please stop you listening and watching my channel now, because you're not a nice person. But you won't do that, would you? You wouldn't bash a puppy because it pees in the house. It doesn't understand yet. It doesn't understand what the rules are. So treat your subconscious and your panicking body in the same way, like a puppy that needs potty training or whatever kind of training it is. You know? Because everything is for you. I can promise you that. Everything is for you, your whole life, your subconscious, your body, and it's all a game. We're here playing a game. So just keep affirming, keep putting in the work, cry through it. You know, hold yourself through it. But don't give up. That's the only thing. The only thing is, don't give up. And sometimes you might give up for a day and say, fuck it, like literally fuck it. And you know, Seth also said this in one of the books. I don't remember what books, but he literally said sometimes you just have to say fuck it, and you just leave it all together and you continue the next day. That's totally fine. Just don't give up completely, right? Just stick with it. Be persistent. So the subconscious will never, ever, 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 ever be against you. It is not. It is for you. It is you. Come on. Why on earth would you be against you? You're a whole package deal, and all of you is for you. So now, with regards to the question, but then how long does it take for me? What is the time frame for me to materialize something that I have been affirming? And this is a question also of a viewer kind of molded into this video. Like, what is the time when you start to, because your DNA changes as well when you redefine yourself. And if your consistency of self definition changes, so you start to define yourself continuously as a different person, so you will also have a different life experience because of it, because there's no other way. How long before you see the change? Well, this is a bit of an annoying answer, so sorry, not sorry. First of all, there is no time, and it can take as long as you allow it to take. And what I mean by that is this: if you are starting to clock, like when you have an egg boiling and you start to stare at the water, it takes a fucking long time for the water to boil. But if you put on the egg on the fire, you put on the water, and you go do stuff, all of a sudden the water is almost boiled away. And so, and that's a bit of an exaggeration. But the thing is, when you start to take notice and you start to keep score, that's what I was looking for, then things take longer time. Because actually, what you're saying when you keep score is, I don't trust that it works. I really don't trust that it works. So forget this whole idea of time. Because if you're keeping score, it means you don't trust. And what does the universe, your higher self, everything hear? It doesn't hear what you're saying, it hears what you're actually meaning vibrationally. So always know what your intention really is. So the question in and of itself, how long will it take, means that you're actually not really trusting, which is fine. Been there, done that, and with some things I still have to remind myself. So there's nothing, again, nothing has gone wrong. Nothing can go wrong. There's only information and data. And there's only, we're all just walking each other home. You know, I know this stuff because I've been rolling in the mud a lot and then putting some more mud on myself and then rolling again and then thinking, what the fuck? And then all of a sudden knowing, oh, wait a minute. It's not that difficult. This is how it is. And now I'm here on YouTube and Instagram and whatnot to give you the information that has worked for me. And also, that's another thing. Things that work for me don't have to work for you. Because as many people as there are, as many solutions and as many ways there are. Because what might work for me doesn't work for you. Or what works for me now works for you now, and then tomorrow it doesn't anymore. And that's the whole beauty of the game. Because if everything was a done deal and you knew everything and you had all the food you were going to eat for the rest of your life, you had all the money that you're going to have for the rest of your life, you had all of the love and all of the everything at once. Hey, that's fun. No, it's not. We came here for the challenges. We came here for the excitement. Suffering is optional. We didn't come here to suffer. We came here to play. We came here to enjoy our physical bodies. We came here to enjoy sex, food, crying, laughing, physical exercise, cuddling animals. That's all. We came here for that. That's why we came here. Yeah, so it's not that serious. So again, with regards to the time question, because I know it can be really frustrating because you just want to know and you just want to hear from me, hey, it's a month. So my experience with regards to my hair, because I had this thing that it wouldn't grow past a certain length and it would break and it would whatnot. And at one point in Switzerland, I shared that in a previous video, I was in Switzerland and I was looking at myself in the mirror and I got so fucking angry. And I said, this is it. This is it. It is also possible for me that it will grow past a certain length and la la. And I think at that time, I actually kind of released it. I didn't even yes, I was, it's interesting. I think the time frame between then and me noticing that it changed was about 3 months, 6 months. I don't know. I don't remember. But something like that. And all of a sudden I was like, hey, my hair is past that certain length. What the fuck? How cool. And I knew from the teachings of Linda Merendal, who teaches from the Seth material, that when you have a psychological boundary, when you're like, fuck this, like really mean it, right? Like you're just like, fuck this, I'm over it, then something can change because you're just like, I'm not taking any shit anymore. And that's also in physical life. When we have a thing with a person and all of a sudden we're like, you know what? F you. Even though we know we created that person, but sometimes you just need to, also put a boundary in your physical reality and not only mentally. And everything shifts and changes because you set a boundary. So that's also with bodily health. It's also with how your weight, how your strength, your hair, your beauty, your whatever it is. It's a psychological boundary. And only you know how sick and tired you are of being sick and tired. Because when you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, I can tell you it goes really quickly. It goes really quickly. But when you dabble, like, I don't know if this really works, I don't see change yet, that is another trap. We don't operate by linear time, we operate by simultaneous time. And you have to be fucking delusional if you are, let's say you're doing the hair thing and you look in the mirror and every day you're like, it's still not what I think. What do you think what you will keep experiencing? Well, definitely not the change, because what are you affirming? You have to see through what you're seeing and already see the new thing, the new hair, the new version of the specific person, the new bank account, the new family member, the new body. That's what you already have to see, even if you don't see it, because that's how creation works. You're not a victim to reality, you're a creator. And 3D is after the fact. You know that, right? 3D is old news. So don't react to old news. You decide what you're seeing. You decide what you're seeing. This is your reality. You're not a victim, you're a creator. So don't keep score. Be persistent. Have your affirmations in line. And even if you don't believe them, just continue, because they will take root. They will take root. And with this is a Neville, what Neville used to say, I think it's Neville, that when you put a seed in the ground, you don't go digging it up and checking like, oh, did I actually plant it? Did I plant it? Did I plant it? What will happen with the seed? Will it work? No, it won't. You know that too. So don't check. No, 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 and trust. And if you can't trust yourself yet, then borrow my trust, or borrow the trust of anyone else who is putting this stuff out on YouTube or wherever. Because you can lean on that trust until you have it yourself. That's why we do all of this. We're in this together. We're all in this together. We're all just walking each other home. So let's see if there's anything else that I want to say about this. Yeah, I want to repeat Bashar one more time. It's your consistency of self-definition that determines if changes take time and how long time they take. So just be consistent with your self-definition. You don't owe anything to anyone or yesterday. You don't. You don't. Today is a completely new day. You're a completely new person, and at any moment in time, Seth says the point of power is now, and from now, you determine your past and the future now. Not just now, now, now. Doesn't matter what you thought 5 minutes ago. I don't give a shit. You shouldn't either. It depends on what are you saying now. The only way is forward. The only way is forward. It doesn't matter what you remember of how you were, or how your hair was, or how that person was, or whatever. What matters is now. You've got this. I trust you. I love you. And if you want to work with me, check the details in the description. If you don't, I love you just the same, and I will see you in the next. Peace.